Science of Mind, written by Ernest Holmes, read by Jean Perkle for June 20th. And the Father saw him afar off, and he arose and came to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him, and had compassion, and ran, and fell on his neck and kissed him. This is the most perfect lesson ever taught by the great teacher. When he was yet a great way off, his father saw him, and ran, and fell on his neck and kissed him. This means that God turns to us as we turn to him. A more beautiful thought could not be given than this. There is always a reciprocal action between the universal and the individual mind. As we look at God, God looks at us. It is not true that when we look at God, God is looking through us at himself. God comes to us as we come to him. It is done unto us as we believe. Act as though I am, and I will be. God does not condemn. And the Son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven, and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servants, Bring forth the best robe, and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet. And bring hither the fattened calf, and kill it, and let us eat, and be merry. For this my son was dead, and is alive again. He was lost, and is found. And they began to be merry. The great lesson to learn here is that God never reproaches, never condemns. God did not say to the returning son, You miserable sinner, you are no more worthy to be called my son. He did not say, I will see what I can do about saving your lost soul. I will spill the blood of my most precious son in hopes that by this atonement your life may be made eternal. He did not say, You are a worm of the dust, and I will grind you under my feet in order that you may know that I am God and the supreme power of the universe. No, God did not say any of these atrocious things. What the Father did say was, Bring forth quickly the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet. Here Jesus is showing that God is love and knows nothing about hate. God knows no sin. Perhaps the most significant thing in this paragraph is the fact that God did not answer his son when he talked about being a sinner. The Father talked about something else. This is one of the most wonderful lessons in the whole story. God does not know evil and therefore cannot talk about or conceive it in any form. God does not even hear us, could not hear us when we talk about sin or evil. If he could hear it, he would be conscious of it. If he could be conscious of it, he would not be wholly good. If God could know evil, then evil would be an eternal reality. But God is sinless and perfect, and nothing can reflect itself in the divine, save a perfect image. If God could know sin, he would be a sinner. It is enough to know that this cannot be. The best robe. Now the best robe was a seamless garment and typifies a state of complete unity, as does the ring. The robe is seamless, and the ring is without beginning or ending. It begins everywhere and ends nowhere. It is like eternity and eternal reality. It perfectly describes the divine nature. The fatted calf represents the abundance of God, love, and providence.